Let's talk about trying new things. Okay, hear me out. I am the least spontaneous person in this world. I love comfort, routines, using the same mug every day, ordering apple cake at every cafe possible, and throwing my favorite beige cardigan over every outfit. Change scares me. I even read the last page in books first, just because I like to know what happens. I guess you could say that I'm a comfort person, but as much as I think that comfort is great and necessary, especially in such a fast-paced living world that we live in right now, I also know that challenging yourself and stepping out of your comfort zone is where growth happens. This doesn't mean to drastically change your life, but maybe to try out a few new things. This week I aim to make one new dish every single day. Therefore I use the fivesechealth app, which also kindly sponsors this video today. To give you a quick overview, it's an app that delivers over 400 user-friendly, easy, delicious, and most importantly, plant-based recipes, which are focused on everyday cooking. The meal planner feature offers complete meal plans for people who want some more guidance. You can plan the meals and directly add them to your shopping list, which makes grocery shopping a lot easier. Since I am based in Germany, it's also convenient for me to change the recipes in milliliters and grams, and you can always change serving sizes according to how much or less you want to cook as well. What I love most about the app is that it's possible to hide calories and macros on recipes by activating the Hide Nutrition Information button. For someone who actually had problems with disordered eating, this is honestly so helpful. I am honestly so excited about this collaboration because not only am I pushed out of my comfort zone a little and try new things, but also is this the perfect answer to all the people that were asking me about how to start eating a more plant-based diet. I have it linked in the description box. When I think of change, the first thing that comes into my mind is the little girl with the freckles around her nose and the light blonde hair, making everyone smile, turning into a very empty soul within a very skinny body. But I also think of this very empty being finding herself again. Change will forever be in our lives, and it will also forever be something that other people like to comment on. The change that I found the most challenging until now was gaining weight and accepting that my body will always be changing. No one warns you that you will never look like your 16-year-old self in your 20s, which, makes sense. I'm not a child anymore. I went through things, friend and relationships, and that did change me. You will always grow as a person, and maybe growing mentally sometimes also goes hand in hand with a growing body. Whatever the scale says, we take so serious to the point where we starve ourselves, even though we objectively know how inaccurate and meaningless it actually is. Our weight literally changes with the second we chuck a glass of water down. Our bodies are always changing organisms. They get bloated, have water retention, crazy going hormones, and so much more going on inside of them. And we still want those numbers on the scale to be steady. We want to recover and change our mindset so bad, but then thinking about a changing body seems so terrifying. Change is painful, but nothing is as painful as staying stuck somewhere you don't belong. We have the ability to change so many things in the world, and yet we are most desperate to start with how we look. We are not selfish, but insecure. To not be loved anymore by your boyfriend if you gain weight, to not be attractive anymore if your skin is breaking out, or to just not be enough anymore. Media is showing us these gorgeous, flawless people, and what starts with comparison continues with the urge to change, and then the realization that this will never ever be you. So I used to not like any kind of overnight oats, but these cashew chia overnight oats though might have changed my whole perception about it. The changes you never planned to happen might be the best ones, while the ones you were so desperately hoping for turn out to not really spark as you wanted them to. I wanna apologize. Apologize for every time I wanted to change a perfectly fine body. A body that is able to travel through different countries. A body who can dance until 5 a.m., sometimes at least. To a body that tells me when it needs a rest. A body that is so complex and still the least interesting thing about you. Because in the end, all it is this shell that makes you a physical being. But you as a person can move so much more than your legs will ever be able to. Our bodies and feelings are constantly adapting to what happens in life. Sometimes that means losing weight and sometimes that means gaining weight. Life fluctuates, and so do our bodies. Our school body looked different than it might did while going to university, because you had different needs back then. Getting into a new relationship, starting a new job, basically everything will affect you and the way you look. Not in a bad or good way. Change can be neutral as well. If your body changes because you're entering a new chapter in your life, then there is nothing to fix. We go through so many seasons, and each one will come with different challenges. As many ups and downs as we will have in our lives, we will also have in our body weight. The biggest lie we are telling ourselves is that we are going to be happy once we have a skinny body, not realizing that happiness is not a side effect of losing weight. It's a side effect of having amazing friends, doing what you love, listening to music, going out for a coffee, the smell of freshly baked bread, jumping into the lake, eating strawberries in the summertime, and especially the way you treat yourself. We are obsessed with having quick physical results. Maybe that's why we rather want to lose weight instead of change our mindset, because then we can actually see the change, and others can see it too. If you hate yourself, a skinny body won't fix that. Annoying, tedious internal work that will go everywhere but linear will do that. But honestly, the changes we cannot see with our eyes are most definitely the most powerful ones. You might not be complimented by them from a stranger, but how important is a compliment regarding your looks if you already know your worth? The more you start loving yourself, the less you care about what others think of you anyways. So I cooked 5 new dishes this week. Did it change me? No. And so won't the bar of chocolate that you still feel guilty about. Sustainable change will always take time. Don't be too hard on yourself and ask yourself which change you'll actually need. Is it a skinnier body, or should you work on the way you pursue yourself in the first place? Wanting to lose weight is not in any way bad, but just make sure you'll do it for yourself, not to look good on Instagram. Our bodies are not even designed to look good in photos. They were designed to hunt and gather, give birth, and to survive. Nowadays we have the opportunity to not only survive, but live life to its fullest. Don't let that be ruined by a number on the scale or the image in the mirror.